The statement, "Nobody can disorganize what your Lord has put together in your life," conveys a powerful message about God's sovereignty and the divine order He establishes in our lives. This idea resonates with several biblical themes and verses. The belief that God is in control of our lives is central to faith. Romans 8:28 states, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This verse reassures us that God orchestrates events for our benefit, creating a purposeful and cohesive plan, which cannot be easily disrupted. In Matthew 19:6, Jesus declares, "What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate." This verse emphasizes the sanctity of what God has united, particularly in the context of marriage. It reflects a broader principle that when God establishes something, it is meant to remain intact and flourish despite challenges. Isaiah 54:17 affirms, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn." This verse highlights God's protection over His people, ensuring that nothing can undermine the good He has established in their lives. Proverbs 19:21 states, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." This encourages believers to trust in God's ultimate plan, reassuring them that while many things may vie for their attention, it is God's purpose that will ultimately prevail. In 1 Corinthians 14:33, it is stated, "For God is not a God of confusion, but of peace." This verse underlines that God brings order and clarity to our lives. When we face disorder, we can trust that God will restore peace and harmony according to His design. Romans 8:31 asks, "What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" This rhetorical question emphasizes that with God's support, we can withstand any opposition or disorganization that may arise. In summary, the idea that nobody can disorganize what your Lord has put together in your life aligns with the biblical understanding of God's sovereignty, order, and protective love. It encourages believers to trust in His divine plan, knowing that He is capable of sustaining and uniting all aspects of their lives for His purpose and glory. Pastor Debbie Vincent.